So hello everyone, today we have the students who have a journey, dream of every computer science student working at Tesla, BlackRock, Figma. They are working in the top tech companies. Let's get to learn from their journey with the apartment tour. Go ahead. So matcha time in Figma office. Oh, there's a technique.
Okay.
It looks
Not as
amazing.
good, but
So here today in Figma office with Pratham. Thank you for having me. क्या design है office का, amazing, very impressive. The snacks are very premium here.
it's my favorite snack. Protein bars.
क्या बात है. Incredible. And a nature valley oatmeal.
42-gram protein shakes.
Really?
Yeah, they don't
Wow.
have that.
Oh wow.
Submitted a request, लेकिन नहीं हो पाया.
Figma is the only office where I see a matcha station as well. So impressive. Amazing. यार यहाँ के snacks snacks are very premium here, like yogurt too. It's incredible.
This kombucha is really good. I don't know if you like kombucha, but
I can try, yeah. It looks good,
this
yeah.
is really nice.
Oh
One
wow.
of my favorites.
Kombucha is amazing here. And people bring their bikes all the way up here. And it's a triangular building. Oh, working stations. This is a really nice furniture. Will be designed with Figma theme. And all the employees have suggested books here. They have kept here. And these are incredible choices of books that I'm gonna check out too. Okay, so lunch at Figma with Pratham looks so amazing. This pasta is incredible. And vegetarian options भी बहुत अच्छे हैं. So Pratham got the vegetarian. It looks so amazing. The vegan options बहुत अच्छे हैं इधर. And this is the soup. So this dosto was the Figma office. The building is in the shape of a triangle. So next station Power, जहाँ पे मैं रहता हूँ, and this train is epic. There is, I think, Spanish, English, Chinese, and one more language which I don't know. क्या बात है? रहती है ना, यहाँ पे बड़ी-बड़ी कारें. Oh wow. This is our stop, dosto, and we are going to see the luxurious apartment of Pratham. Best location है ये.
If I ever come to the Bay now to live like full time,
San Francisco is always fun though, so if you have the right network and you can get the right network in just 1 minute with Mint Mobile. It offers, first of all, unlimited plans, and you can start with just $15 per month. No matter wherever you go in the US, you'll have good network. Plus, you have ability to add international roaming,
enticing, right?
calling to Canada and Mexico, and much more. Get started with 5G with Mint Mobile at mintmobile.com/sync. So welcome everyone to the San Francisco apartment tour. So let's get to know the cost and life here. So hi Pratham, first of all.
Yeah, I'm working at Figma. I'm doing software engineering on the infrastructure team, and I am living here in San Francisco. I'm living with two of my high school friends, and yeah, this is the living room. I'm currently living on the air mattress. Basically, the last 7-8 days that I'm staying here, I'm staying on the air mattress. My other roommates are living in the room because they're both my school friends. We had an arrangement where I'll stay in one of their rooms for 2 months, and then when he comes in, I'll stay on the couch for 1 week. So I'm in that last part. So this is my room.
Awesome.
Living space.
Yeah, it's amazing. And Abhi, please introduce Karna, please.
Hey guys, I'm Shreyas. I'm Pratham's friend from Georgia Tech. I'm just here for the weekend to craft on his couch. But I'm also a software engineer. I'm currently working at a unicorn called Tadium.
Pretty impressive. Awesome. So let's get to know about the costs first. So I think the range I've seen in the city is like 1,000 to 2,000 based on your location.
Yeah.
So how much you pay per person and the cost of the apartment?
Yeah. So 1,000, where we see that's really
Yeah, Abhi,
that's insane to know. I was like, even lowest I've heard is like 15 or 16 or
Abhi toward yeah, so we can check out the video. It's a video of
Tenderloin, how is it?
do not tenderloin.
Not tenderloin, no.
It's on. It's like close to it, but on the safer side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is so we pay a little less than $4,000. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath apartment. So there is one master bedroom with an attached bathroom, and then there is another bedroom like a detached bathroom.
So 2,000 per person.
A little plus minus because one room is bigger. So I pay around like 1,800, and my roommate pays a little bit more than that.
So a lot of people who stay in Bay Area, they get internships pretty good. So for example, I went to San Jose State University. Wahan pe there has been scenarios. People come for 1 year and undergrad kar rahe, masters kar rahe, and they are able to pay their entire tuition just after first year of investment year. This is pay first year, second semester. So first summer they get internship, second summer they get internship, third summer. With that internship, they get enough 30 to 40K and they're able to pay tuition, housing, and your part-time jobs. So just first year they come and they were able to manage.
Yeah.
So do you think that Georgia Tech may be tough? Do you think you would have changed your decision to come into Georgia Tech versus maybe Bay Area में कोई university like San Jose State University, UC Berkeley, Stanford वगैरह, or you still think your decision of Georgia Tech was good? Tough question, but go ahead.
Tough question. I think I'm pretty happy with Georgia Tech. It's been a great few years that I've been there. I think I found my group of people, and it's very nice people. It's relatively like Georgia Tech in Atlanta in itself is relatively lower cost of living than a lot of places in the Bay. Also, I completed my undergrad in 3 years, and then I'm doing my master's in 1 year. And if you're a GTA, you get a tuition waiver. So you're able to, they have those financial opportunities like that. But I like Atlanta. I also have some family in Atlanta, so it's nice in that way as well. My cousin also lives close to me. So it's great.
So, aap batao, would you have changed your decision?
So honestly, I feel like brand name isn't all of it. And like if I'm in like UC Berkeley, Stanford, top CS colleges and getting the top education and stuff, yes, I'd consider living in the Bay. But if I'm at like San Jose State University or SF State University, I'm less likely because I think the networking, the connections, and honestly the lifestyle I've got in Georgia Tech's been like on parallel. Like being friends with Tatam, so I can say that our friend group's really nice. The number of people I've met from India, from international schools everywhere across the world, it kind of gives you a cultural awakening also. And opportunities, I think, at Georgia Tech are unmatched. Like, I think if you're like top of the top, maybe you'll probably do well regardless of which college you go to. But I'd say an average Georgia Tech student is probably going to do really well. Whereas it kind of varies across the spectrum at other universities.
So, but now coming back to the cost is justified because 2,000 per person is still a great deal. Because यहाँ पे housing, यहाँ पे दो बहुत challenges हैं. Number one, homeless people, and number two, cost of living. And it is kind of decent. It's amazing that you found location, यहाँ पे train network है, or anything you add on.
Yeah. So ये जो location है, it's on the pier. So relatively, it's a lot nicer than like near Tenderloin or near like inside. Yeah.
So, और यार इतना sun मिलता है यहाँ पे. This is backyard type, छोटा सा patio है. Soccer खेल सकते हो. It's very very spacious.
You can see the neighborhood from here. It's like यहाँ से 1 minute walk करोगे and you're at the pier.
Oh.
One of my favorite things to do is gym के बाद just go for a walk in the pier. Like 30-40 minutes. It's really nice. हवा भी प्यारी है. Feels really nice. But I think the best thing is the location because मेरे बाहर right outside my house is a train stop which connects everywhere. I can go to the other end of the city in like 20 minutes in that one train. I'm also like a 10-15 minute walking distance away from the train station. So South Bay में कहीं पे भी जाना है, it's right here. And I'm also a 10-minute walk away from the BART station.
Wow.
East Bay में कहीं पे भी जाना है, it's right here.
Amazing. Now, tough question for you, both of y'all. You have achieved the dream of every CS student because getting top internships. So what's the biggest learning that you would say you've learned by doing internships in top companies, living in Bay, New York, and here? The best lessons of your life in tech.
Since I think I was discussing this a while back also, I think it's very easy to be like, okay, this is the top paying internship, the top paying job, but I feel like in software engineering there's a very wide spectrum from like data to AI/ML to doing like infrastructure to doing front end. So it's really important, at least for me, that I find out what I'm like passionate about within like software engineering and do that, because it's more important, in my opinion, that if you're doing something with 60, 70, 80 hours, whatever number of hours a week, or probably, hopefully not 80 hours a week, but you find something that, acha lagta hai, you enjoy it, and you're passionate about it. So I'd say, like, don't run after money, run after whatever you're passionate about, and hope that money kind of just comes along with you. And I think that goes outside of software engineering as well. But in terms of other lessons, I think one thing that you learn at like big companies or like larger companies is just how to write code, like the whole process, right? Like, I came into my first internship, I had no idea what a PR is. Right? I used to write code. I'm like, why isn't this like just getting deployed at the same time? I was like, that's what I expected, right? I was interning in NCR, and I literally asked them, like, I've written this code, now how do I like just make it like into your production or whatever? It's running. I ran like maybe 1 or 2 tests and like, let's put this into production. But I think just going through big companies, the process, like, how to use GitHub, PRs, and all of that. So I think that's great. And then you come to smaller companies, which I think now that I've like experienced larger companies, I like the fact that it's fast paced and you're producing code. Obviously, you're going through the whole process, but it's going to production. You can see the output, you can see the value, and it's growing fast. So that's really nice. I think that's super important too.
Basically, पैसों के पीछे मत भागो. Don't run around, sit at an internship because they pay the highest, 100K for a summer sometimes, right?
I think 50K.
50K for summer, 2
But
summer.
you work 100 hours a week.
100 hours a week. Oh my god. So don't run around money. Don't just run around fintech companies. Find out your passion and think. Basically, yeah. And and everyone starts from basic. Har banda, every coder struggles in the beginning. Every dancer struggles in the beginning. So just accept that. Now, biggest lesson you've learned?
Biggest lesson I've learned, I think, asking the right questions. Because let's face it, nobody knows everything. मुझे सब नहीं पता, आपको सब नहीं पता, right? Like, the whole point of working on something new, working on something different is learning something new and something different. And to do that, like, it's not easy because you don't know where to go. And that's why, like, the more experience you have, the more people you talk to, people you work with, you find out, like, how you should actually approach a problem, approach a situation, and how you should try to solve it. What are the questions you should ask. So, I think my biggest takeaway over the past few years I've been working, interning, even like throughout college, has just been know or learn how to ask the right questions, because you can always find the answers you need by just working in the right places. So that's, I think, the most important.
True. Now, next question everyone asks is how to get internship in Bay Area, being outside Bay Area. And answer comes down to, first of all, कि लोग हर एक की journey different होती है. I've learned that everyone has a different way and spectrum of journey. और आपको पता है जैसे कि like Dr. Strange says in the end कि there are billion possibilities. There's कोई एक possibility यार उसकी, so there are billion possibilities. Among the billion possibilities to be dead, there was one possibility to be alive, and that was chosen. And same as life and same as internship. हर एक की internship की journey different है. There's no set formula. But tell us how you all cracked it.
Okay.
So Tesla, Figma.
Disclaimer. Everything I tell you, don't listen to it. Because it's so random. The point is that you can ask both of us, and like, we both tell you different things, or we both tell you similar things. But at the end of the day, a huge part of it is luck. Yeah, there are things about your resume, about your projects and you're doing. Okay, they do play a role, people you talk to. But at the end of the day, a huge factor is just luck. Like, I was lucky that my application got processed before they closed the positions. I was lucky that I got a particular question that I was comfortable with. That's what I mean. Yes, it's really helpful to know people and talk to people, because before I got my Tesla offer last summer, I also got an offer from another company, just because I knew a person working there. I didn't know them through like connections to my family or anything. I knew them because I connected with them on LinkedIn. I started like talking to them on LinkedIn, networking with them. So that's also very important. But I don't think there's any set formula on. If anyone is telling you there is a set formula and they're telling you a formula, turn in the other direction and run. Because they are lying to you.
Very well said, yeah.
No, I agree with like whatever he said. It's this cycle. एक internship मिला, you do well, and then they see you had an internship on your resume, cool, we'll hire him. But to get that first internship, to get the whole thing started, that's like, I think, the hardest part. But like you said, right, I have no idea what came over Tanium or BlackRock or NCR or any of the companies I've worked with, and they're like, okay, cool, I want to interview him or I want to hire him. I have no idea. So there's no set formula. But I think, like you said, one thing that really helps is networking. So I like kind of run with like a couple clubs and stuff on campus. So fortunately enough, I work with like external affairs. I've spoken to lots of sponsors, and I feel like it's become a little easier. I won't say easy, but sometimes when I'm just like desperate. I'm looking for a internship, like to 300 roles. I'm like, let me email these recruiters and be like, mate, can you interview me, or can you kind of expedite the process? And I think it definitely helps to have some sort of a network, because it can't hurt. And sometimes they'll give you interviews, sometimes they won't, but it can't hurt, right?
Absolutely agree.
So thank you all for having me. It was a lot of fun.
This is a partner, but yes.
It's just preloading in my apartment.
Yes.
Train is here.
I'm